Heary. What up, YouTubers and cousin truckers? I am once again on another little trip. I won't even call this a road trip because I'm basically in Daytona just for the weekend, or actually just for today. Next weekend I will possibly be back up in Atlanta for another car meet that's happening there. But I took a little quick trip over to Daytona, and right now my car is getting a lot of miles on it, and my warranty on my personal vehicle is almost up. So that's another reason why I decided to rent a car in order to help keep the mileage on my car down. And the vehicle I ended up with today, I'm gonna just jump right into it. This vehicle right here, the 2020 Yukon, I think it's the SLT, which is like the lower level Yukon. You know, they also have the Denali, and there's another version of it they have that I'm just not sure exactly what it's called, but sometimes you can tell the different ones based on the grill. And this here is the SLT version, which is a very nice vehicle, I must say, a very nice truck. To me, it reminds me a lot of the Tahoe, but it's just the GMC version, you know. It reminds me a lot of the Tahoe, but it's basically the mid-grade vehicle between the Cadillac Escalade and the Chevy Tahoe. And so here's also the rear view of the vehicle. Like I say, very nice, very classy. Not as expensive as the Escalade, but it's definitely more expensive than the Chevy Tahoe. So let's go inside and check the vehicle out. Let me turn this music down because I don't want to get no music copyrights. This is the interior, and just like with the Tahoe and other mid-size, I mean, this is considered a full-size SUV, but it's not the XL version, which has more storage space. This one does have a third row seat, and for me personally, it is just a very nice vehicle. Like, I used to really not be a Yukon type of person. I didn't understand why people would get them, but now I realize that they're, like I said, they're a little bit more, I guess, so-called luxury than the Tahoe, but they are also not as expensive and as luxurious as the Escalade. I still haven't driven an Escalade yet, so I'm not sure exactly how much more luxurious can the Escalade get. But since this is a full-size SUV, I mean, it definitely has a lot of space. Those of you who know me know by now from some of these videos that I love compartment and being able to store stuff in a vehicle. I also like the fact that I can get into this vehicle with my hat on, which also makes it very nice. Yeah, this one also does have a moonroof. I'm not sure if there's a version out there that has a sky roof where the entire length of the vehicle is a, you know, roof or moon roof, but you know, that does kind of give it this little extra appeal for me. And as I said, I mean, it's just storage space on top of storage space, and it's got cup holders, it's got adapters. I mean, this vehicle, let me zoom out a little bit. This vehicle here is definitely meant for a family and meant for like road trips, because it just has a whole bunch of compartments, you know, which make it nice. I will say, I actually did rent this exact vehicle when I went on my trip to the mountains. The only reason why I know it's the exact same one I rented, because when I got in the car, it's been almost a month, 2 months, and my phone automatically connected. And I'm like, oh, this is the same car. One thing that's funny is, when I had the car last time, I had it for like a week, I had no idea what this button did. And one day my brother pushed it, and yeah, I had no idea that it actually opened up the tailgate. So the whole time I was always getting upset, thinking, why don't they have an easy way to open up this tailgate? Because I would always have to either use the clicker, or I would have to come back here and manually push the button to open it. And as I've said, this vehicle here, if you're not going to take a lot of baggage with you, it will be fine. And you can basically fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in this vehicle. But if you're going to take bags and things like that, you got to realize this is all the storage space you have, which is basically like no storage space. Yeah, now if you were taking a couple of people and you needed the storage space, like maybe 5 people, you could definitely always lift this seat down, which these seats do fold down. Both of these seats will actually fold down. which will give you a lot more space to put things, and it's all automatic or controlled over here. So yeah, if you let the seat down, you definitely will have a lot more space. And even there, like I say, more cup holders in the back for if you have, I guess, at least 3 people sitting back here in the back. And like I said, and I think that's also kind of neat to just have the extra space for, you know, friends and family if you need it, but then also to be able to, you know, lower the seats down just in case you need the extra storage space, in case there's like some supplies or something that you need to go and pick up. These newer SUVs, everything is automatic, so you just push a button and things just close down like so. Kind of takes all the hardness out of pushing it down yourself manually. I don't know if you can still manually push it down, but I haven't tried. I'm in Daytona Beach. Looks like it's about to rain right there. Yes, and so as I say, this vehicle definitely has a lot of space. I'm going to go ahead and do what I usually always do, which is my rear seat test, to see if a big man like myself can fit in the back of a vehicle like this. Oh man, it knocked my hat off, so that's a negative strike. But yeah, like I say, it's definitely got enough space for a full-size adult. I mean, I'm 6'2", 275. I mean, you would expect with a truck this size that obviously an adult can fit, you know, in the back. Said this is definitely a travel vehicle. I mean, it has a lot of compartments and a lot of plugs, AC, DC adapters. Even has a normal power plug that you can plug things up with, which I'm charging one of my batteries for my battery backup. And it's definitely a good vehicle for somebody who has a large family or who's going on a road trip and has like a lot of kids or people who have electronic devices and things like that. It actually even has a television, which I don't even know how this thing works. There it is right there. I guess if you want to watch GMC TV. But yeah, I'm not even sure how it works. I didn't bring any type of disc to test it out. I mean, obviously I'm driving, so it doesn't matter to me what's played back here anyway. But I also thought that was kind of interesting that it does have a television. Another thing I'm going to try to do, since this does have a 3rd row seat on it, I'm going to try to get into the 3rd row seat and just see if I can even fit back here, you know, just to kind of test it out. So yeah, they got buttons here, how you can let the seat down, and I think if you pull this one more time, it pops up even more, which for some reason this one doesn't go too much higher, so I'll just try to crawl over it because I think that front seat I have is too far back. I feel like, yes, in order to get back here, you have to be very agile. And actually, like I said, it's almost like the Tahoe, where it's like my knees are definitely up above my chest, or up to my chest almost. So I think for a nice short trip, it wouldn't be that bad. But if you're going on a long trip, you definitely might prefer for a kid to be back here instead of an adult. But it's not too bad though. I will say, like I say, I'm 6'2", 275, and I can fit back here right now. I don't feel claustrophobic. Now I don't think 2 more people could sit next to me. 1 more person could possibly sit next to me, but definitely not 2 more unless it's like a really small child or something like that. So let me try to get out the vehicle without busting my butt on camera and making my video extra viral because I fell and bust my butt. Whew. I will definitely say it was hot back then. Probably should have turned on the AC to do this. And yeah, and that is basically it. Yeah, we'll take one more swing around the vehicle. And as I said, it's the 2020 Yukon SLT. It does very good on gas. It has a lot of power. I mean, it has a V8, but I guess it has one of those smart motors where 1 second it can drop down to a 4-cylinder, and then it has a 6-cylinder, and then when you need that extra power to kind of run around traffic, it has the 8 cylinders. And yeah, overall, I would say it's a pretty nice vehicle. Like I said before, I'm actually still here in Daytona. Gonna try to enjoy the rest of my day. my weekend, things like that. Hang on, let me show you. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you real quick the gas mileage and things like that. Right now it says it's getting about 17 miles to the gallon, which ain't incredible, but I mean, with a vehicle this size, it's kind of to be expected. I mean, it's definitely not like the Camaro and those other smaller vehicles I rent. And like I said, yeah, and it's like, for whatever reason, it's like, sometimes this is 4-cylinder, sometimes it's 6-cylinder. Maybe it's getting 17 miles to the gallon right now because it's a 8-cylinder. Yeah, I may have already said this, but I was shooting this part of the video just in case I didn't. I know in one of my last videos, somebody told me to talk more about the handling of the vehicles. This Yukon, I don't want to say it drives like a boat, but it's a smooth ride, a very smooth ride. I mean, except when you hit certain bumps, obviously, because it is a big truck. But it's definitely a very smooth ride, a very fast vehicle. I'm not gonna even say why I know it's so fast, but yeah, it definitely got a lot of get up and go to it if you need that. And so that's one other little thing I wanted to add about it, is the handling is very nice. Definitely feels like a luxury type of vehicle and has a very nice, clean, smooth ride. So I just wanted to throw that part in there too. But overall, it's not a bad vehicle. So as I said, I'm gonna go ahead and try to enjoy the rest of my day. Next weekend, I do plan on, Lord's willing, going to Atlanta for another cars and coffee meet that they're gonna have. Right now, I also just want to give a special shout out to my grandfather, Jonah Sermons. He is in the hospital, and unfortunately he was recently diagnosed with coronavirus. So I know a lot of people out there trying to say that, you know, it's not real and all these type of things. And even me, sometimes I have my doubts, but it's a lot different when it hits really close to home. And it's also kind of sad because even right now, we can't speak to him because he's in the hospital. He's 86 years old. He's half blind. And we can only communicate with him through the nurses. Like, they won't even give him the phone to talk to us. But they keep telling us he's in good spirits and he's a wonderful man and all these type of things. So we believe that because we definitely do know my grandfather is a wonderful man. But I definitely just want to kind of keep him on my prayer list. And for those of you out there who believe in prayer, yeah, add my grandfather, Jonah Sermons, to your prayer list if you can. And also pray for everyone who's just going through all this stuff, man. Because it's like, it's just really hard. It's just really hard right now. And even me, I keep telling people I feel like I'm living the worst and best life that I've ever had, because right now, you know, I'm doing all this stuff and doing all this traveling, but I can't even go see my granddad, because even me going down south to see him, I can't even go into the hospital to see him. So it's just, you know, it's been kind of a rough week. And that was another reason why I just decided to come to the beach to try to get my mind off of some of the things that are going on, because it's just so crazy right now. But like I said, thank you once again for all the support. If you have a vehicle out there that you would want Cuzzintruck to review, please definitely give me a call. Not a call, I'm sorry. Please definitely send me a message. But just also know that I will have to have the vehicle for a couple of days or for the weekend and things like that. I'll provide gas and all that other type of stuff. But yeah, in order to get a proper review of the vehicle, I definitely will need to use it in order to kind of tell the regular people about it. So one other thing before we leave, I just want to point out the fact that I love the headlights on these Yukons. I even love the little blue running daytime light that they have there. I think that makes it extra, just make it extra fancy and things like that. There are some Yukons I've seen that have the different grills, like the bullet hole grills and things like that, which I think those are beautiful. This one here is good enough. I definitely know if I had this vehicle, I would black out this entire front grill and just have it all black instead of that chrome trim. But that was just one other little thing that I wanted to speak on before I head out, because I need to hurry up and leave, because I'm on I'm on private property shooting this video, and I think these people might get ready to call the tow truck on me. So let me get up out of here before I have to fight somebody over filming on private property. All right, I'll holla. Peace.